Greetings, St. Paul's, and blessings on this Thursday. The psalm appointed for today is Psalm 71. In you, O Lord, have I taken refuge. Let me never be ashamed. In your righteousness, deliver me and set me free. Incline your ear to me and save me. Today and tomorrow, I am attending a virtual conference of the National Association of Episcopal Schools. Normally, if we weren't in a pandemic, I would be actually in San Diego right now. But because of it, we are doing it virtually, but it still means that as a member of the board of NAES, I am attending all of the sessions that the conference is holding. They start at 6 o'clock Pacific time, 9 o'clock Eastern, but I join at about 8 o'clock, which is early enough from my perspective, and we stay through the evening. But I thought I would take a pause to share with you a thought. I have been thinking a lot about Maya Angelou, and I was listening a little bit in the past days to some of her interviews and her bio. I don't know how many of you realize that Maya, besides having been sexually abused as a child, became a mother at age 17 and moved out of her mother's house to a place of her own, where she was going to be paying rent and trying to take care of herself as a responsible parent and adult at that point. Now, I know many people do that, but I've never thought about the very successful poet, humanitarian, civil rights activist who Maya lived her life to be, having started in the way she did at a very young age. It gives me hope. It gives me hope for the world as a whole. Because when I think about people who have overcome such great difficulties, and I look at what we are going through right now, we're still stressed out because we don't yet know the results of the presidential elections and all the unrest that is going on in our streets. And I think, at the end of the day, it takes all of us together to make this either work or not work. We cannot blame any one person if we stay on the sidelines and do nothing about what's going on in the lives of others, in the life of our country as a whole. I think that just as how this great woman's life started out in the strangest of ways and led her to great success in life, I believe that if we look at our lives as that moment of the life of this country, as that moment when Maya made that step in her life to try to live independently and be responsible for her actions as a mother, as a young mother. If we were to take responsibility for what's going on in our country now, all of us, and do what needs to be done, at the end of the day, things are going to be much better. I'm not saying that things are going to be fine tomorrow or day after, or that whoever is president next is going to be able to either completely sink or completely lift us up. Not at all. What I'm saying is that when we come together, all of us, and give each our grain of salt and some pepper, paprika, or curry, each of us flavoring the dish that is the United States of America in our own unique ways, we can get far together. So as I'm sure I'm not the first person to have ever said it, I guarantee I'm not the first, we have to roll up our sleeves and get to work. We have to get to work to make this a better place for not only our children, but our children's children and many generations to come. It cannot be that 50, 100, 200 years from now, they will look back and look at this point in time in history and say it was the time when we got derailed and we didn't do our part. We want generations to come to look back at us and say, this is when the United States of America began to be its best, because all of its citizens from all walks of life, from all sources of immigration statuses and places of origin, came together so that all could have a better life in this place. And that not only did we do better for ourselves and for this country, but that we actually did better for the world and all of creation. Continued blessings on this day, St. Paul's, and hopefully, unlike me, you won't be spending your entire days in front of a computer screen, or phone screen, or iPad screen, or television screen. Hopefully you've had some time to go outside and enjoy the beautiful weather that we have right now in the Bay Area. Continued blessings, and may God's Spirit continue to inspire you.